What's up, guys? This is Casey Raw. This is part 3 of the Collection Room Tour. I got this cool Nintendo box like 2 years ago. It's awesome. Now going up here atop the collection, you got these Atari game albums. I got a bunch of the Atari games in there. Then you got a Pac-Man plug-in. The Nintendo Switch box, the Wii U box, the 360 box, the RCA Studio 2, the Xbox 360 HD DVD drive add-on, one of those Sega Genesis deals you get at Walgreens, garbage ones, but the good thing is they'll play Japanese games. That's one thing I found out. Then you got some pirate games, systems. These pods, if you can see, these kids are playing this weird pod game with lights. That's from Sega. So they do make other things than games. And there's the Sega Pico. It looks like a laptop, but I heard it actually has the power of the Genesis in it. Then I got the Action Max in their box, the Atari 7800, the Odyssey 2 in its box. And when I see these, they're always in their box, and I think the reason why is how awesome the box looks. Then coming over here, this is an Xbox box, but it's the green Halo edition. And I also got original Xbox box. Then you got Mario Paint, some Nintendo knockoff joystick in the box, and then you got this Nintendo 64 case with a bunch of games in there. And my Super Nintendo game case with a bunch of Super Nintendo games. I got these pretty cheap. Then over here is the Mario cereal box. And this is the Aladdin Deck Enhancer sealed. Earlier when I was saying, see the cartridge right here, you need to plug in that add-on to play these games on the NES. Then you got Knights. Plus with the Sega Saturn 3D gamepad. Then they got the Power Glove. What's funny about this one is the ColecoVision add-on. This will play Atari 2600 games on your ColecoVision with this add-on. Atari got pissed. And then right here is the Microvision. This precedes the Game Boy as playing separate games, like have different games for the system. This weird game system no one's gonna hear of. It's called Zaxxon, whatever. No one ever hears about that. This is the Interactor. You have to wear this fucking backpack when you're playing your Genesis or Super Nintendo, and if you get hit, you feel it. Then you got the PlayStation TV box. And the U-Force in its box. And like I was telling you about earlier about the Sega Pods, they made this video driver. You put this thing on your fucking TV and you play a VHS tape while driving. Then you got some Pong systems back here. And you got the Sega Master System box. My Sega Genesis box. Super Nintendo box. NES box. Then you got some promotion tapes that Nintendo will send through the mail. I had these originally, but I don't know what happened. here's some trade cards. Then my amiibos in their boxes. And then these original statues from early Nintendo. And a bunch of amiibos. And then some little figures. I love my figures. And that came from Club Nintendo. Okay, it's very popular. My brother-in-law got that Zelda Sword and Shield. And one of these artwork like that, and these smaller ones around here. Mine is these two green ones. You can get at Target. But that's what's great about Target. You can find stuff like this. Then you got this Breath of the Wild poster. Super Mario Brothers 3 poster. Excuse me. Yeah, I love this Mario Brothers artwork. You got this Mario Maker 1 statue. Master Chief helmet from Halo. And right over here is usually where I do my podcast, Streaming with Drew, is my Street Fighter 2 1-up arcade machines that's been modded to play over 800 arcade games. And let's go to the systems now. You see my toilet? They're starting off, we got the Super Nintendo, the GameCube, the Sega Saturn that's been modded to play Japanese games. This is the Hyperkin. No, not the Hyper. This is the Hyperscan. It opens up. It looks like a fucking book. Then you got the Atari Jaguar and the Sports Edition Dreamcast. Then you got the television. Then the Sega Master System. Then I got a knockoff NES Mini. A knockoff. And this is my crown jewel Neo Geo. My top loader with a has a 500 games in one cartridge. Then open this up. You got a Pong console from Atari, 7800 Atari. Then this is my Sega Genesis with the Sega CD 32X. This Genesis was my childhood one. Same thing as that Super Nintendo. Coming up here, you got my TurboGrafx 16. This is the ColecoVision. This is where you put that add-on so you can play Atari 2600 games. Talking about Atari, there's the Atari 2600 selectors. I need to put them on. Then you got Nintendo 64. I believe that's my childhood one. And then coming down here, this is the PlayStation 2 right there. I bought this thing out of Flea Market, and it was like, I want the monster size my PS2 just for the hell of it, and it looks ridiculous, but I love it. Then you come up here. Me and my brother-in-law bought this for my late wife. It's the PlayStation 2 chainsaw controller for, I think, it's one of the Resident Evils. I think it was Resident Evil 4 or 2. It's one of those. Then I got this Nintendo lid. Originally it just had the Angry Video Game Nerd and Guitar Guy. But I bought it at a flea market for $20, and I just continued get other people to sign, like Keith Apicary, the Game Chasers, the Gaming Historian, Pat, the NES Punk, Pixel Dan, 8-Bit Eric, I forgot to say, this is my green edition, green Xbox Halo edition, and my VCR looking 3DO. Then you got Rob the Robot. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I do have another video in the game room with the systems I currently been playing. So, thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye.